I'm Ron Patterson with Utah State University Extension in Carbon County. Today we're going to talk about cucumbers and how to prune and train them to a trellis. Cucumbers, like tomatoes, are a favorite vegetable plant in our gardens, but they just take up a lot of space. So if you don't have a lot of space, putting them on a trellis can help a lot. Now, I have my trellis set up, which has got a 1-inch PVC pipe across the top, and it's got the twine to fasten the cucumbers to. And then down at the bottom I have a 1/2-inch PVC to give it a little bit more sturdiness. The cucumbers don't like to flop and twist around in the wind. They don't tolerate that very well. So I've got this bottom piece here to help kind of steady the twine string that I'm going to trellis these cucumbers to. Now, as we are going to fasten these cucumber vines to the twine, we want to understand a little bit about how cucumbers grow so that we can do this in such a way that we get good growth on it. Part of the concept that the commercial growers use is they want to get as much vegetative growth as they can on there before the flowering starts to kick in energy into the flowering. So they want to get a good plant growth. So once these cucumbers get to about 8 or 10 inches, I want to make sure I get them fastened to my twine so that they don't flop around, they don't start bending over. When they get about 8 inches, they'll get a little bit top heavy and fall over to the ground. Then it's a little bit tougher to get them straightened back up. So when they get about 8-10 inches, you want to make sure you get them fastened to the twine. So we'll pull the camera in here now. We'll look closely at what we're doing to get these cucumbers so we can fasten them onto the twine and get that vegetative growth going before we worry about the flowers. Now, we have here the primary stem, the main stem, and then we have secondary stems, and eventually we would have tertiary stems, or the branches off from that. We want to get this primary stem to grow up and get as tall as we can, as quickly as we can. So we're going to break off up to about 2 feet. We're going to break off all of these primary stems, all of them, or the secondary stems, I should say. We'll leave the primary stem, of course. And we're also going to break off all these flowering buds. We want vegetative growth. We don't want the plant trying to put energy into any flowers at this point. We get the vegetative growth up there, and besides that, this gets us down low. We want to be able to keep the cucumbers up off the ground, keeps them clean, easier to manage, and because we're going to be tying these to a twine, we really don't need the tendrils either, so we'll break those off so they don't get in the way, and we will leave that so that now we have basically just this primary stem coming up, and as it goes, we'll just keep clipping that and breaking off all these secondary stems up to about 2 feet. So we just clip that plant clip on there. The plant clip fastens onto the twine, right like this. It grabs onto the twine there, and it will hold, it won't slip up and down the twine. It'll hold that plant up in place. Now, typically I like to put a low one down here at the beginning just to keep it good and held in there in a good fashion. So now we've got that one ready to go, and as that grows up to about 2 feet, the first 2 feet of growth, we will take off all those secondary branches and the flowers. When we go from 2 feet to 4 feet, we'll take off the secondary branches but leave the flowers, and then from 4 feet on up, we'll talk about that as we go later. We're going to cover this throughout the season, so as the season goes on, we'll add a little bit more onto this clip so that you can see what goes on throughout the growing season. But that's how you get your cucumbers started on the trellis. Just to show quickly how these plant clips work, they've got this little dog ear thing, and as that closes, that will pinch around the twine. So I just put that twine into that, pinch it. Now, to get some of these plant clips, you can just go into your search engine and type in plant clips, and you should be able to find a source for those. If you can't find them locally, it's kind of hard to find these things in some of the rural garden centers, but again, you just go on, search for plant clips. These are good, fairly cheap piece, and they speed up the trellising process a lot to use this plant clip. So we'll just do another one real quick here. Take off the secondary stems, the little flower buds, They break off fairly easily. You gotta be gentle, you don't bust your primary stem. You have to take off these plants. Got some good growth on it. We should have cucumbers here in probably another 3 or 4 weeks. We'll have cucumbers. Put on my plant clip. Get that leaf down underneath so it's not bending so bad. Fasten that one. And in about every 3rd or 4th node I will put another plant clip on. This is still stretching, so you don't want to get too carried away and it'll try to bend up there, so you want to give it a little bit of growth room. Make sure you get that elongation between your leaf axils, each node here. Get the elongation and then put your plant clip on. So we've got one on there, that'll get it going. When it gets a little taller, I'll put another plant clip on.